Yo, Horror 556, and welcome back to Assetto Corsa Competizione, or ACC for short. Now, we are back in the Mercedes AMG GT3. I'm a big Mercedes boy, if you didn't figure out. I'm a huge Mercedes boy. Mercedes F1, Windward Racing in the GT3 series, Iron Lynx in WEC. If you know, you know. Now, Monza is hell when it comes to the public lobbies in this game. Regardless of this, I had a lot of fun. And if you've seen my previous ACC videos, Monza was my very first, as we kind of lock up and almost run into the back of this Lamborghini here. Monza was my first real experience with public ACC lobbies. I've always done the multiplayer, the single player, not the multiplayer, the single player mode, excuse me. And yeah, I've always just done that. So this is my real experience at real players, and yeah, I've been doing it ever since. Just watch my previous videos. You'll definitely see. Now, what you're watching right now is the qualifying, as qualifying actually ends, and we get stuck behind this Nissan. Pretty good through. What is the name? I know the name of these corners. But I forget because my brain just fogs. It's alright though. So coming down through this, I believe the carousel here, we make a very ambitious move and we pay the price for it. And thankfully we didn't mess up the Nissan's run. So that's a bonus. Even though the not so bonus is that meanwhile while this was happening, Ferrari behind us decided he wanted to do donuts in the pit lane. I mean, just you can look behind. You can see right there on the left side, and now you can look right in the mirror there. He's gonna start doing some donuts, cause fuck it, right? Why not? But yeah, so we just go into pit lane, abort, because obviously this is a lap that really doesn't count anymore, and we're going to be starting 18th out of 26 cars in our class, I believe. We're GT3 class. There's a mix of GT3s, a Ferrari Challenge car, and a couple GT2s, I believe. So yeah, setup wise, nothing much. 30 liters of fuel, alongside our traction control and our ABS set at 2, with the maximum amount of assists with both being 11. So pretty minimal, and we have a higher chance of course spinning out, etc. But with ABS and traction control, I'm slowly learning to race without it, as most of you know. So we're going to be trying to use less and less. Now these rolling starts, as you could tell right here, are just always chaotic. Ferrari is everywhere, just doing donuts off the roof, comes back and just speeds through the entire field. These rolling starts are pretty weird, but it's okay because we're just going to keep our constant speed, coming to the line, green flag, and we are off. At Monza, we get hit by the side and we speed past a couple cars, which is pulled to the side. The Aston Martin getting a very, very good start as he makes it 3 wide coming, and Monza Turn 1, as most of us know, we're stuck in between 2 Fords. Ferrari just brakes really hard and we weren't able to get a stop, and here we go. Monza Turn 1 it, baby. That's just how it is. We go across the sausage curves, which very, very uncomfortable. Do not do it. And we are basically back where we started. Nope, never mind. We're down. We're like 21st out of 23 cars, which originally was 27 in total, but of course because people, Monza Turn 1 happened and everything. Doesn't matter. One car spun off into, I forgot. I need to oh, and we get absolutely demolished here. I mean, that's just the opening lap of an average ACC Monza race. A little bit of losing the rear right there, but we're able to gather it, and now we can just go down this long straight. I mean, most of us know Monza as one of the fastest tracks in the world when it comes to circuit racing. I mean, look at F1. F1 goes top speed of around 210, 211 in the current regulations wise. So, I mean, obviously this can't compare this with GT racing, but that just shows you how fast this circuit is. Starting lap 2 though, we immediately come under pressure from the McLaren. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Oh my god. The McLaren behind, who now we are side by side with as we come around the bend here into the second chicane. I've really forgot the corners here, so it doesn't matter. We brake earlier, but we brake earlier than the McLaren, who now gets by us. We get a better run on the chicane than the McLaren, but because he brakes and I really had nowhere else to go because we were too close, we just brake behind and we kind of let him by here. Now under pressure from the Ferrari behind, who brakes earlier so to avoid a collision coming around the bend here, and now it is just follow the leader here with the McLaren down this long straight. We reach a top speed of around maybe 160 right there. Narrowly miss the Ford in front, who spun going into the Ascari chicane. That's what that's called. Ascari. I knew it. I fucking knew it. It just had to come to me. Anyways, around the carousel here. I believe it's called the carousel. It's called a different name, but I'm not. I will do some research later. So that is the end of the second lap. Lap 2. Thankfully. Now here again, Monza Turn 1 and 2, Monza first chicane. We don't get a good run here, and we brake earlier than the cars behind us, and so now because we dip wheels in the gravel, we lose out to 2 spots to the Ferrari behind us and the McLaren, who had just came out of the pits to serve either a drive-through penalty. I believe it was a drive-through penalty. Yellow in sector 1 here, as we're just now trying to play catch up. Looks like a car. Oh, trouble here as the McLaren hit, I believe, another car. I don't know what the other car was, but it was off the gravel, and another car off the track, but was able to gather it and keep its position. And I mean, we gained a position, but we lost about 2 this lap, so not too bad, but we could definitely do better, as this has actually been a good race. I mean, for Monza, this is a good race. I really can't complain. Coming through Ascari here, you want to be careful to avoid spinning out. Go a little wide and go into the gravel just a bit. Thankfully though, that's not track limits. I believe we had our 2 lefts on the curb still, which I guess means we're still on track. So we're not doing too bad here. Now a couple laps go by, right? No action, just kind of rolling, doing our thing, hoping to set down good laps here. Now the McLaren behind is, I guess, growing very, very, very impatient, or is just a bit of a dumbass. Because this happens. Runs us over just like that. And before people say, oh, you're just going too slow, or oh, doing that, that doesn't warrant the fact that You can just run me over like that. And number two, I mean, you could tell he easily just sped up and just took me out like that. So, yeah, I mean, I guess that's just your average ACC lobby per se. I mean, Karma right there, he just took himself out just like that. So, it's whatever, you know, kind of get used to it. Mid chicane right there, not the best. I need to learn that turn 1, turn 2 chicane. But yeah, overall though, I think this was a really good race as we come across the line here. Checkered flag, take a 9th place, or maybe an 8th or 7th, depending on, of course, you know, drive-throughs, everything like that. So we take 9th as of currently. Top 10, which I'm pretty prevalent in getting a top 10 a lot. So consistency. Anyways, so top 10. Oh, well, never mind. We're getting 8. So top 8. And I think that's it. So overall, that was a pretty good race. And I'm happy with that. But unfortunately, I got a second one. And that second one is not good at all. Yeah, so this is qualifying. And with about 15 seconds, this is going to be our last lap to hopefully get a good solid time as we get passed up by the Ferrari in the front right here. It is a lot faster. I mean, these Ferraris are just insane when it comes to, you know, their top speed, yes, but their straight line speed. So, I mean, that doesn't bother us because we're still trying to set a good lap. And looks like a car off track, and he comes up. I mean, he just comes up and right on the racing line. So that messes up our lap there. So unfortunately, it will be an improvement from our last lap. As you can see in the top left, it says that our last lap was a 2:26. So we had a pretty abysmal last lap, and I mean, as you can tell from the start of this second race in qualifying, we were facing the wrong direction. So yeah, we do get past the Nissan here behind us, who coincidentally we ran into in the previous race. So we do get a clean pass, thankfully, in this race, or in this qualifying session. And yeah, it looks like we are definitely going to be improving, but this lap is invalidated as shown in the red when looking up at the current time that we have. But we do set a 156.1, which, I mean, both laps I believe are invalidated because we went off track, so it really truly doesn't matter. But I mean, those are solid laps in my opinion. Not really though. They're like maybe 5 seconds worse from, you know, previous. So here though, I think just shows just peak, absolute peak. We're just chilling here, almost get taken out here by a Ford Mustang, and we get absolutely destroyed by, I don't even know what car that was. Funny enough though, I got an Xbox achievement doing this. I got the collateral damage Xbox achievement, and that shit was rare too, which was the funny part. That was a rare Xbox achievement that I got, and I didn't even mean to get it. So shout out to whoever absolutely railed me from behind there. Alright, again coming to the line here, a little too fast. Green flag, and we're back racing at Monza, and so far so good. Nothing going on. Ferrari is going a little slow, but we try and overtake as we almost take out the other Ferrari who's going much slower. Hit our braking zone here. A lot of space here, but obviously with that, Monza Turn 1. I really don't gotta say much. Monza Turn 1. Like, everyone knows it. And as I'm trying to rejoin, I get absolutely taken out by that same Ferrari that was going slow. So yeah, that was that's just Monza Turn 1 for you. That's just Monza in general for you, you know, in Assetto Corsa. I do believe I did get a bit of steering damage here, or I could be thinking of maybe later on in the video. So if you just heard that, I just pretty much spoiled what the hell is gonna happen next. So I'm dead last here, as you can see. So we're just trying to catch up to the rest of the field, and hopefully, you know, what's the word? Salvage a good finish here. Yellow flag in sector 2. We are in sector 2, I believe, right? I think we're sector 2. This is sector 2, I believe. Going into sector 3 down this long straightaway that is a braking zone into Ascari. Yellow flag sector, yellow flag ahead. There's a slow car ahead. Now we are catching up, but it doesn't matter because, yeah, right there into Ascari. That is our first mistake. We hit those sausage curbs that really upsets the car, and we turn left on a right-hander. I mean, it happens. So instead of going into the pits, since the damage is not super severe to the point where we have to pit and we are forced into pit lane to make repairs, I just decided ultimately to race on some bent steering. Not the most ideal choice, but when you think about it, it's a 7-minute race, so I don't want to waste a full minute being behind the pack and, you know, trying to get these repairs done. So I'll just try and tough it out and try and salvage a good position, whether it's top 20. I mean, at my rate, 20th could be good enough for me. I'm still learning this sim racing stuff. I'm still learning, you know, the basics, not even the basics. I think I had the basics pretty down. I've had them down for a while. I'm still learning, you know, the more advanced and the more technical aspects of sim racing, and just becoming the best I can be. Now, surprisingly, I was able to make it around maybe 5 minutes of racing and gain some pretty big positions until here. Porsche comes back on the racing line. I was expecting it to go a little further right, because I feel like that's the more respectful thing to do, but instead it kind of just cut right in front of me. I don't know if that was my fault or not. Maybe I should have reacted a little faster, or maybe I should have kind of swerved. But I feel like if I swerved, I would have gone into the wall regardless. So I believe there's really nothing I could do there. And now it was just this long, shameful ride to the pit lane. And I had another predicament here. So, of course, you know, with that pretty severe contact from behind the Porsche, or from hitting from behind the Porsche, I should have said, I now put myself in a much bigger risk of the leaders behind me, as they are catching up fast. And I want to try and get out of the way as best as I can, but it's like I'm swerving. I can't get this car to stay still. Now, the McLaren is coming up fast right there. I mean, makes a pretty incredible move right there to avoid me. And I'm doing my best here to avoid the best I can. And as comes into this carousel, knowing that the car is going to be on the racing line, I do my best to just avoid them and stay out of the way as much as I can before I go into pit lane. And now that everything is safe, let's just go into pit lane and let's just absolutely retire the car at this point, because yeah, we're pretty much done at this point. I mean, you know, there's absolutely no way we're coming back. There's the Porsche right there, who we kind of absolutely railed from behind because he decided he wanted to come out in front of us. I'm kind of salty about that, my fault. Very amazing park job right there into the pit lane. I mean, that's like top 10 right there. And now it was a very, very, very long wait of 2 minutes to repair the car. I am not looking forward to that. And then, of course, just to add insult to injury right there, we get a 30-second stop and go penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So that was a great way to end off this video. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you have made it this far, be sure to like, subscribe, comment your moments, comment what I did wrong, comment how ass I am. It doesn't matter. My goal here is 500 subscribers by the end of the year, maybe even 1,000. Let's just be ambitious here. So if you want to help me with that goal, join the horror squad. Then you know what to do. It's free. We all love free over here. So yeah, shout out horror squad. Y'all my gang. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And we out, bruh.